Welcome out to another It's All Been Done radio hour. This week, we have the finale of our Privates X Marks the Spot mini-series. I hope you enjoy it. It was a challenge to write, but it was also a lot of fun. Before we begin, we want to thank Circle 270 Media, which this podcast is a part of. We want to thank MadLab Theater, where we perform when we perform. Hopefully, we've got some updates for you. Check out itsallbeendoneradio.com or our Facebook page for more details. Also want to thank our parent network, It's All Been Done Presents, at IABDpresents.com, and ask that you please support us at patreon.com/IABD. That's where we are trying to get 25 donors this year to be completely self-sustaining. We're not there yet, I'm sure, even though I'm recording this in advance. We're not there yet. We only need a small fraction of you podcast downloaders to get to that goal. And we are not there yet. So please, if you enjoy this show, support us. Now enjoy Privates.
And now, the finale of our mini-series, Privates. X Marks the Spot. Here's Chapter 6.
Hi. I'm Jake Cotton. The guy who's a private eye. The dick who knows a few tricks. On the hunt for my ex-lady's pet. A leopard named Spot. When we left off, I'd been abducted alongside Frank Berry and taken to Timbuktu by Cordelia Bench, my ex's mother. But Cordelia denied having done the deed. And to my surprise, the ex in question, Dame Judy, confessed to having set the whole thing up to see if I still loved her. So, where were we? Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's begin again.
Oh, I just don't know.
What can I do to convince you?
Do you really think you can?
I can.
Yes, you can. Or those gams can.
So that's a...
It's a start. I'll make no promises on the ending.
Oh, Jake.
Oh, Judy.
Your drink, sir.
Keep it, Johan. I'm only thirsty for one thing. And it's not alcohol.
We're back together, Johan. You can fetch my bags. We'll be going home.
A drink to celebrate, then.
Oh, that's not necessary. I'm not in the spirit.
I insist you do.
Darling, if the man insists on a drink, we must have one. But not by ourselves. This is a happy occasion, Johan. Fetch the others, would you?
Yes, Mr. Cotton.
Oh, Jake, let's just run away. We don't need to wait for them.
That's, awfully cruel, don't you think?
It's just a drink. Johan will forgive us.
No, I don't think he will.
Then you know.
Of course I know. I'm a detective. Nothing gets past me.
Except your past.
Clearly not.
Do you have a plan?
You know, I'm more of an improviser.
Yes, and?
We'll play it by ear.
I'd rather we played it by brain.
That's never worked for me before.
Neither has playing out your ass.
Trust me.
I do, Jake. I do.
You do? Then what I hear is true?
Oh, congratulations, old sport. I knew you had it in you, and her on you.
And now, drinks all around.
You as well, Johan.
I could not.
I insist.
I only brought 4.
Take mine.
I could not.
Oh? Well, I've taken yours.
Splendid, Jake. Swiping his gun, I knew you could do it.
Thank you, Dame Cordelia. Might I trouble you for something with which to tie up Johan here?
Oh, well, how about Frank's tie?
That'll work.
Oh, Jake, old sport, I must ask, what in the world is going on here?
So you're not in on it?
Always, but this time, apparently not.
Oh, poor sweet Frank.
Well, what?
It's really quite simple. Cordelia was being blackmailed for money, but the blackmailer realized that. Her coffers had begun to go empty, so it's forcing her to sell off her possessions, or the possessions of those around her.
Like Judy's pet spot.
Exactly. A leopard can fetch more dollars than it has spots on the black market. Judy was unaware and asked for my help getting it back.
You always were a clever one, but I didn't know
Of course you didn't. If you had, you'd have asked me to find out who was blackmailing your mother, so you could join in.
I never.
You were all too willing to run off with me and leave Dame Cordelia and Frank in the hands of the criminal.
I was just trying to get away. We could have alerted the authorities and sent them back.
We could have, yes. But would we have?
Oh, well, this is just too much. I'm gonna need one of those drinks.
I wouldn't if I were you. They're likely poison.
Well, goodness, Jake. Don't tell me you've become a teetotaler.
I mean with something besides alcohol.
Oh, well, all right then.
Yes, with 4 of us, Johan was getting in over his head. So we'd need to remove at least a couple from the equation. Right, Johan?
So wait. Why would Cordelia kidnap us and bring us to the blackmailer?
Well, I didn't. I would never. I wasn't lying when I said it wasn't me.
No, nor was it Johan, who was here in Africa. It was Harry,
Harry?
a former client who was sore with me and decided to make my head sore. I'm sure if he feels the slightest bit guilty, his payment for services rendered will ease the pain.
Well, what'd he hit me for then? He wouldn't have known who I was or your connection with me.
No, but the person who paid Harry would have.
Johan!
Yes.
No, Johan was in Africa, as I said.
Well, then who?
Who sent you to the docks, Frank?
Well, I don't know. Theodore. Well, he said I could put my gift to Cody on a boat to send it over.
A gift?
Well, me.
Oh, Frank.
Why is that a gift?
Well, obviously I didn't want to break up with him, but I didn't want him to get hurt neither. I was afraid.
Oh, Cody, I love you.
I love you too, Frank.
So Johan isn't behind all this?
The man in front of us? No. Johan is just the hired muscle. Theodore's the old wrinkled brain. Johan, you cad. I asked you to bring everyone. Theodore, come on out.
Well done, Jake Cotton.
Theodore, how could you? After everything Cody's done for you over the years.
Done for me? Make me spit shine her boots while she lived in the lap of luxury? No. I saw her finances beginning to dwindle, and I knew I had to get mine before it was gone for good, and my life was completely wasted. How would I have fared well in my old age without income? But as you can see, I also have a gun, so I don't see how revealing me helps your case.
It gives me the distraction I need to swipe the weapon from your third partner.
Third?
Oh, Jake!
No.
Yes, Judy. I know you're involved.
Well, but you said that...
I know what I said. Judy wasn't in on it from the get-go. She found out sometime between hiring me and when she and Theodore rowed the boat over from Africa. She joined forces with them, probably blackmailing the blackmailer. Why else would she be here?
Judy, how could you?
I knew it was a mistake to let her in. I should have just killed her when I had the chance.
Kill my daughter? I don't know you at all, Theodore.
No, you do not.
Here, Frank. Take one of the guns.
Of course, old sport. We've been had.
Yes. And now, Theodore, you're outnumbered and the game is over.
Damn it, Jake Cotton. Judy, why'd you have to involve him?
I don't know. It's always a mistake.
Surely not always.
Always.
Oh, I'm sorry, old sport.
Oh, thank God you got my signal.
Signal?
Yes, I was cold towards him.
You know, I did think that was odd.
I almost got away with it.
Stuff it, Teddy. Jake Cotton. Jake Cotton always catches on, eventually. And so, the story comes to a close. unlucky in love. But luckily, luck has nothing to do with being a detective. I misjudged Judy. And maybe I misjudged Frank a little too. But all's well that ends well. And this story ends with me, alone in my office, drowning in a bottle of bourbon. And at the prices I charge, it was well.
The end.
It's All Been Done Radio Hour, number 227. Privates, number 6. X Marks the Spot, Chapter 6. Starred Keith Jackson as Detective Jake Cotton, Shane Stefanchik as Frank Barry, Kristin Green as Dame Judy Bench, Dan Condo as Johan, Samantha Stark as Cordelia Bench, and Joe Morales as Theodore. It was written by Jerome Wetzel and directed by Nick Arganbright. Our technical director is Shane Stefanchik. Our music director is Kristin Green, who also did the Privates music. Our script editor is Keith Jackson, and our podcast editor is Chris Allen. Our Foley artist is Seamus Talty. Have a great week.
No, I just don't know.
Are we supposed to do these exactly like
Yes.
that? Okay. I'll have to listen to their audio.
Yeah, you have to listen.
Surely not always.
Always.
Don't call me Shirley.
I'm sorry, old sport.
Drowning in a bottle of bourbon. And at the prices I charge, it was well.
It's All Been Done presents.
Who's got the time?